Right now, there are approximately 100 trillion living organisms inside your gut. That is more than 10 times the number of cells in your entire body. These microscopic bacteria, fungi, and other microbes form what scientists call the gut microbiome, and new research is revealing that it may be the single most important system in your entire body. It controls 70 to 80% of your immune system. It produces over 90% of your body's serotonin, the chemical that regulates your mood. It communicates directly with your brain through what researchers call the gut brain axis. It affects your weight, your energy, your skin, your sleep, and even your risk of serious disease. And here is the part that should stop you in your tracks. Most people in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom are silently destroying this system every single day without realizing it. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what is damaging your gut, what warning signs to look for, and the proven steps that can restore your gut health starting this week. Stay until the very end. The last thing I share completely changes how people think about their daily habits. What is the gut microbiome, and why does it control everything? Your gut is not just a food processing tube. It is a living, breathing ecosystem, home to trillions of microorganisms that have co-evolved with humans for thousands of years. When this ecosystem is balanced and diverse, with many different beneficial bacterial species, everything in your body works better. Your immune cells are better trained and more effective, your digestion runs smoothly, your mood is more stable, your brain is sharper, your skin is clearer, your energy is consistent. But when this ecosystem becomes imbalanced, a condition scientists call dysbiosis, the effects ripple outward into every system of your body. Inflammation rises, immunity weakens, digestion suffers, mood destabilizes, brain fog sets in, weight becomes harder to manage, and the truly frightening part? Dysbiosis has now been linked in research to conditions ranging from autoimmune disease and type 2 diabetes to anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's disease, and certain cancers. The gut microbiome is not a wellness trend. It is one of the most actively researched areas in medicine right now. And what researchers are discovering is rewriting our understanding of how the human body actually works. Warning sign number 1: constant bloating and digestive discomfort. The first and most obvious warning sign that your gut microbiome is struggling is persistent bloating, gas, cramping, or irregular bowel movements. When harmful bacteria outnumber beneficial ones, they ferment food in ways that produce excess gas and cause inflammation in the gut lining. Many people in the US, Canada, and UK accept this as completely normal, reaching for antacids after every meal and assuming digestion is just uncomfortable. But chronic bloating is not normal. It is a distress signal. It means the microbial balance in your gut has shifted in the wrong direction, and the longer it goes unaddressed, the more it escalates into more serious conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut, and inflammatory bowel disease. Warning sign number 2: getting sick too often. If you find yourself catching every cold, every flu, every infection that passes through your office or school, your gut may be the reason. Remember, 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. The beneficial bacteria in your microbiome train your immune cells, regulate their responses, and form a physical barrier against pathogens. When your microbiome is disrupted, especially after antibiotic use, poor diet, or high stress, that immune training breaks down. Your body loses its ability to distinguish between real threats and harmless substances, leading not just to more frequent infections, but also to allergies and autoimmune conditions where the immune system begins attacking the body itself. Frequent illness is not just bad luck. It is a direct reflection of gut health. Warning sign number 3: mood problems, anxiety, and depression. This is the sign that genuinely shocks people. Your gut produces more than 90% of your body's serotonin, the primary neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well being, calm, and happiness. It also produces significant amounts of dopamine, GABA, and other brain chemicals that directly regulate your emotional state. When your gut microbiome is disrupted, this production system breaks down. Anxiety becomes harder to manage. Depression feels deeper. Emotional regulation becomes a daily struggle. Researchers now call this the gut brain axis, a direct, two-way communication highway between the microbiome and the brain. Studies from institutions across the US and UK have shown that people with higher gut microbiome diversity consistently report better mental health outcomes. Restoring gut health does not just help digestion, it can genuinely shift your emotional landscape. Warning sign number 4: skin problems that will not clear up. Persistent acne, eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, and dull, tired-looking skin are all being linked in new research to gut microbiome imbalance. When the gut lining becomes inflamed or compromised, a condition commonly described as leaky gut, bacterial toxins and undigested food particles can escape into the bloodstream. The immune system responds to these invaders with inflammation, and for many people, that inflammation expresses itself through the skin. Dermatologists in the UK and US are increasingly recognizing the gut-skin connection, and clinical studies are consistently showing that improving gut health leads to measurable improvements in chronic skin conditions. If your skin has not responded to topical treatments, the answer may be inside your gut. Warning sign number 5: unexplained weight gain and cravings. Here is something that surprises most people. Your gut bacteria influence your weight in ways that have nothing to do with willpower or calorie counting. Research from institutions including Harvard and the University of Toronto has shown that the composition of your gut microbiome directly affects how many calories you extract from food, how your body stores fat, and how your hunger hormones, specifically leptin and ghrelin, communicate with your brain. People with less diverse gut microbiomes tend to extract more calories from the same meals, experience stronger and more frequent cravings for sugar and processed food, and find it significantly harder to lose weight, even with dietary changes. Worse, certain harmful gut bacteria actually thrive on sugar and send chemical signals to the brain that create intense cravings, essentially hijacking your appetite. If you have been struggling with unexplained weight gain or cravings that feel out of control, your gut is worth investigating. Warning sign number 6: chronic fatigue and poor sleep. Poor gut health disrupts sleep in a way most people have never considered. Your microbiome is directly involved in regulating melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle. It also produces serotonin, which is the precursor to melatonin. When gut bacteria are imbalanced, melatonin production suffers, sleep quality drops, and the fatigue cycle begins. Poor sleep leads to more gut disruption, which leads to worse sleep, which leads to deeper exhaustion. This cycle is extremely common in the US and UK, where sleep disorders now affect over 1/3 of the adult population. Many people are treating the symptom with sleep aids, caffeine, energy drinks, without ever addressing the gut health driving the cycle in the first place. What is destroying your gut right now? Now let us talk about the causes, because this is where most people have their moment of recognition. Ultra-processed food is the #1 enemy of gut health. In the United States, over 57% of daily calories come from ultra-processed products. In the UK and Canada, the numbers are alarmingly similar. These foods contain emulsifiers, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives that research now shows directly damage the gut lining and kill beneficial bacteria. Antibiotics are the second major disruptor. A single course of antibiotics can wipe out hundreds of bacterial species from the microbiome, and studies show it can take up to 2 years for the microbiome to fully recover, if it ever does completely. Chronic stress is the third. Stress hormones like cortisol directly alter gut bacteria composition, increase gut permeability, and suppress the immune activity in the gut wall. And the fourth, a lack of dietary diversity. Research consistently shows that people who eat 30 or more different plant foods per week have significantly more diverse and resilient microbiomes than those eating fewer varieties. Most people in Western countries eat the same 10 to 15 foods repeatedly, and their gut health reflects that monotony. How to restore your gut health starting now. Here is your practical, proven action plan. First, add fermented foods to your daily diet. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and kombucha are all rich in live beneficial bacteria that directly repopulate your microbiome. A landmark Stanford University study found that a diet high in fermented foods increased microbiome diversity and reduced inflammatory markers more effectively than a high-fiber diet alone. Second, feed your beneficial bacteria with prebiotic fiber. Garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, oats, bananas, and apples all contain specific fibers that beneficial gut bacteria feed on and thrive from. Think of probiotics as the seeds and prebiotics as the water and fertilizer. Third, increase your plant food variety. Aim for 30 different plant foods per week, including vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Variety is the single most important factor in microbiome diversity. Fourth, cut ultra-processed food aggressively. You do not need to be perfect, but reducing your processed food intake by even 30% produces measurable improvements in gut bacteria within 2 weeks. Fifth, manage stress and protect your sleep. Both are as important to gut health as diet. Even 10 minutes of daily deep breathing or meditation measurably reduces cortisol and helps restore the gut-brain balance. 100 trillion organisms are living inside you right now, working for you, protecting you, communicating with your brain, training your immune system, regulating your mood, and determining how your body processes everything you eat. That system is either thriving or struggling, and now you know exactly how to tell the difference. Chronic bloating, constant illness, anxiety that will not lift, skin that refuses to clear, weight that will not budge, fatigue that sleep cannot fix. These are not separate problems. They are one system sending you one message. If this video gave you something you needed to hear today, share it with one person right now. Your friend who is always sick, your family member whose mood has been off, your colleague who cannot lose weight no matter what they try. This might be the piece of information that changes everything for them. Drop a comment and tell me, which warning sign hit closest to home for you? Subscribe to Ava Health Nexus and turn on the bell notification. Every single day we bring you honest, science-backed health content that helps you understand your body and take real control of your health. Your gut is talking. It is time to listen.